網共政權，聲音有價。請持續支持 MyRadio 節目月費計劃。
本土民主反共，普羅政治，民聲起義。MyRadio.HK
Bonjour, welcome to the 5th episode of Quart du Français.
Perfect.
Okay.
No need to correct it.
And the last program we talked about Vie En Rose.
Vie En Rose, yes.
And I guess people will be very curious about this woman, Edith Piaf.
Edith Piaf.
Yeah, because we showed the song to you at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, so as you said, she led a really tragic life.
How tragic?
Well, basically, I think she was born in the 1920s, 30s, maybe even before. She lived during the First World War, if I'm correct. I'm not so sure.
I remember that she was an orphan.
She was an orphan, yes.
Picked up
abandoned in Paris on the
streets.
And then I might be wrong, and apologies to you, Edith Piaf. But I think she was a prostitute at some point.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
okay. And then and the cabaret. So the cabaret is the place where the girls would dance. You know, they would do the
can-can?
Can-can, French can-can, right? So they would put their legs up like this and sing and so on.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not the best job for a woman at the time, obviously. Although because her voice was so good, she got noticed, and then step by step she became famous. But yeah, she had lovers, many lovers, and one of them died tragically in a plane accident, if I'm correct. And yeah, at the end of her life, she did a lot of drugs. So yeah, it was quite a tragic life for her.
But it seems that you can't. I mean, it is quite different from the singing. Because some of the songs are really very...
Yeah, exactly. I think what she tried to do is compensate for her tragic life by singing the happy songs, the inspirational songs. And yeah, Vie En Rose is one of them. You know, she's talking about her boyfriend or her husband, and saying that whenever she thinks about him or she sees him, she feels so warm inside. So yeah, she was really passionate, a passionate woman, full of feelings, strong feelings. And yeah, these songs she made were completely opposite of what her real life was about.
Yeah. So how are the French? I mean, maybe to the French, she is one of the French cultural icons.
Yes, she is. Yeah. Although a bit dated now. But she had a movie made. A movie was made about her life recently in 2000. Maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
With the famous actress, which I can't remember. But anyway, she's a very big icon in the French singing culture, and many people try to imitate her, and they were an inspiration for a whole generation of people.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned to me last time there was some Hong Kong singers who took...
I was just about to mention that, because you say she was a bit dated, but not dated as you all thought, because about 20 or 30 years ago, our Hong Kong singer, Danny Chen, made a cover version of her song, which might not be too sophisticated or elegant, but anyway,
it doesn't really match the original song.
But they tried to do it in a Canton pop way, but there are a lot of cover versions of her song.
Yes.
And I guess maybe some of you knew that before. Grace Jones, singing the Vie En Rose in disco cover version, which is quite energetic to me.
So actually, what drove the Hong Kongers to take this song from Edith Piaf? It has a special meaning for them, is it?
Oh yeah. I'm sure for those people who make the decision to cover this version, of course, can appreciate the significance of this song. But at least for people who didn't realize that it was a cover version, at least they felt that the song was quite good.
Quite good,
in terms of the melody. Because this is really
the melody is quite pleasant, isn't it?
Very pleasant, And you can also find a jazz version.
Is it? Okay, right.
Louis Armstrong.
From Louis Armstrong. Okay, I haven't heard this one though. I need to check tonight.
Yeah,
Louis Armstrong.
So you see that the French are really good at songwriting.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. A lot of French songs you heard, but of course you don't know that they are from France.
Yeah. And they're taken again by.
And I should say that apart from the Italian, the French are the best songwriters in Europe.
Oh, is it? What makes you think so, actually? Is there a special reason why you think?
Because I heard so many French songs. Okay.
Makes sense.
I can also mention another song which I show to Alex sometimes before. It was sung by Yves Montand.
Yves Montand, yes.
Yves Montand, yeah. I forgot the name. The French Lips.
Yes.
The Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves.
Yeah. It's a very slow song, isn't it? Yeah.
And I guess the lyrics is really, really, really very romantic. Even though I don't know a French word, but just by hearing they say it.
The way he speaks. Very melodious song.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Do you know Johnny Hallyday in France?
Oh yeah. He was. He acted in one of the film directed by Johnny To.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I guess you haven't seen it because it is not the masterpiece of Johnny To, but he originally we are out tracking, but anyway, don't mind.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Because I'm not sure whether you know this or not. Alain Delon.
Yes.
Used to be one of our favorite actors in the 60s or 70s in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So when the directors like John Woo or Johnny To in their younger days, they always look up to Alain Delon, and they hope that sometime in the future he will act in one of their films. Okay, now the chance arrived to Mr. Johnny To. But the sad point is that Alain Delon didn't want to do it anymore.
So it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
The story was, as far as I know, was written for him. Okay, it was about a French, what should I say, assassin?
In Hong Kong.
In Macau.
In Macau, right. Okay. Sounds like an interesting story. I would pick up the script if I was Alain Delon.
And since Alain Delon was not doing this, they look
at another one. And actually,
Johnny Hallyday.
Johnny Hallyday is quite famous. He's a singer originally.
But Johnny Hallyday is not famous in Hong Kong.
He's not,
No. So I guess the box office record is not really that good.
So that explains why I see so many. There's a brand called Alain Delon, isn't it? It's like for us, it's really funny because Alain Delon wouldn't be the type of person who would make his own brand,
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's actually the owner of the brand.
Yeah.
So Johnny Hallyday is really a big figure in France. He's the symbol of rock, He was really popular in the 90s. French rock, yeah. But now he's getting quite old. But he's loved by so many people in France. Yeah.
And so I would say the French really bring us a lot of cultural and artistic value.
They do.
Yeah,
in everything, in music, in films, in fashion. I mean, fashion, French fashion is known worldwide, isn't it? We have.
By the way, you look like Yves Saint Laurent.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Except for the nose.
The nose, yeah. Maybe the nose has to be different. But yeah.
Why did you take off your glasses?
A bit self-conscious, maybe, isn't it? Yeah. So we have, Paco Rabanne, Yves Saint Laurent, Louis Vuitton. We have so many fashion designers. There's the Paris Fashion Week, I think, which is one of the most famous in the world.
Yeah.
The French way of life, the French way to dress is quite well known. across the world.
But let's say if you live in Paris, if you are like if you are a real French, how do you deal with all this financial pressure and still enjoy your life?
Actually, there's not so much pressure compared to Hong Kong, you know. So first of all, okay, in my work in Hong Kong, I have around 20 days holiday. All right, it's more than most Hong Kongers, but in France they have around 45 to 55 days a year, which is so much. You know, they can really enjoy the summer holidays. As I told you before, they will take maybe 1 or 2 months off in July, August. So the lifestyle is much more relaxed as opposed to Hong Kong. And then, you know, they don't work crazy hours. It's really an exception for people to work later than 6 p.m. And then, you know, there's the whole food in front, which makes you feel
like
so happy.
Right
yeah,
now,
exactly.
the reason that we still put these things on because we want to relax ourselves.
Exactly. You know, after a whole busy week in Hong Kong, you want to have some cheese, and you know, you just eat this, you drink a bit of wine, you just feel happy, and yeah, I think that's what keeps the French going in good and bad times. So, yeah.
What would you do with so much spare time or leisure time?
We would do nothing. Perfect, right? We would do nothing. We just, yeah, that's perfect for us. You know, maybe hang out with friends in those bistro. You know, bistro is the kind of how to say it? It's like a bar, but not just for drinking alcohol, like shots and so on. It's more like on the street, and you can sit outside. And what you do is, basically, even with your friends, you just sit here, you drink your beer, and you don't say anything to each other. You just look at the people walking by, and you observe, and you just feel happy. You know, maybe the sun sets, and you have the river in front of you. The feeling is just so relaxing. You see the whole life, the city life around you, and you do nothing. It's perfect. You know.
You remind me one of the pictures, one of the very great pictures of Renoir.
Renoir. Oh, Renoir. Who is it actually?
The French impressionist.
Oh, Renoir. Yeah, okay. What, can you remind me what type of painting he did? Was it more acrylic?
No, this is about the Paris city life with all these women dressing.
Oh, right.
And a French gentleman, and just like you said.
Like this, yeah.
Hanging around.
Yeah, that's basically what we look for, you know. Don't do something too complicated. You don't need to have a very busy life going 150%, like 200 kilometers an hour. Just take it easy. At least that's my opinion, and I think it's shared amongst a lot of other French people. Of course, you will have other people who really enjoy the busy life, but
no, actually, I don't think people will enjoy that. We are just being forced to do that.
Yes, right. No choice. Especially
no
in Hong
choice.
Kong, you know, competition everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what saddens me a lot when I hear about, you know, in kindergarten. Pre-kindergarten, they need to do some interviews to go to kindergarten.
And your parents will need to spend about $1 million to buy all these fucking benches.
Exactly, it's really crazy. And you deposit money and you don't know if you get it back. Yeah, it's so expensive just to have a place in the kindergarten. But in France, it's so easy. Maybe you start school when you're 3, 4. I'm not sure. We take things much easier. Okay, maybe our kids won't be super smart. They won't know.
Oh, but the French are super smart. You see, they make these all luxury goods where the stupid Chinese go to queue up to copy.
Oh yeah, the Louis Vuitton and so on. Yeah,
so you can see who is smart and who is stupid.
But yeah, I think the fact that the French have good jobs when they graduate and so on, shows that you don't need to be too competitive to succeed, right? So maybe I think good advice for Hong Kongers and maybe Japan, Korea is to let their kids breathe a bit. Don't make them have too many activities outside of school, right? Yeah,
but at least you have to teach them to eat French food first.
Yes,
just
French food. Yeah.
Let them
enjoy the cheese.
Yes. Enjoy every little bit of your life.
Exactly. Life is short. You need to make the most of it.
Yeah. And how do you say it in French?
La vie est courte. La vie est courte.
La vie est courte.
Life is short. So
life is short.
Yeah, you need to make the most of it, and enjoy the simple things in life are the best, isn't it? You don't need the fancy car. You don't need you just need good people, good food.
But we need the Louis Vuitton bags.
Louis Vuitton, yes, if you can afford it.
Yeah.
So I think.
Well, let me give you an example. How much money would we spend in all this thing?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you before. For this in France would be so cheap because this would cost you around $10. Okay, maybe 15
Hong Kong dollars.
10 Hong Kong dollars. This would cost you maybe 30 Hong Kong dollars. This one a bit more. The saucisson, the meat like this, maybe say 50, 60 for a good one. The cheese, so cheap as well, would cost you around I don't know, $30. So all in all, for under 15 euros, you can have a very good meal, kind of a snack, just before dinner, with your friends, drinking some wine. Okay, the wine would be maybe $60, $70. So you don't need something expensive to enjoy life.
Yeah, well, all you need is good food and good friend.
Exactly.
Which are not.
And the rest goes with it.
Yeah, the rest goes with it, and you don't need money to have it.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we enjoy our shows.
Yeah, we do.
And hope that you enjoyed it too.
Hope you do.
Okay, so it's this time to say.
À bientôt.
À bientôt.
À
See you
bientôt.
next time.
See you next time.
Okay.